Okay, in this problem, it's asking us to solve for x. So that means our final answer needs to be x equals, sorry, it's not working, equals something. And that something, whatever x is equal to, can't have an x in it. It's sort of like when you define a word and you don't want to use that same word in your definition. Sometimes I compare it to that. Because if we're solving for x, that means x needs to be all alone on its own side of the equal sign. Also, you can't have an x over here on the other side of the equal sign. So here's the steps that we're going to do to solve equations for a specific variable. So the first step is multiply both sides by the LCD to clear fractions if necessary. So I'm going to multiply, well first I guess let me copy this and just write it again down here so we don't have that 4x part there. And now I'll go in and I'm going to multiply both sides by the LCD, which is gx. So if I multiply by gx to both sides of the equal sign, the first one, the g's will cancel, so we just be left with ax. On the right side of the equal sign, the x's will cancel, so we'll just be left with g times p plus x. So now we have done step 1. Step 2 is multiply to remove parentheses if necessary. So I will just now distribute through this g. So I'll have ax equals gp plus gx. Now, get all terms with the specified variable. That specified variable is the one we're trying to solve for, alone on one side. So since I'm trying to solve for x, I'm going to choose one of my sides to be my x side, and the other side will contain every term that doesn't have an x in it. So I'm going to, it doesn't matter I guess, I'll just choose this left side over here to be my x side. So everything that has an x in it, I'm going to move to that side, so I'm going to subtract gx from both sides. I don't know why it's not showing up really quickly here. And that'll get rid of it from the right side. So now I'll have negative gx plus ax equals gp. Now that every term that has an x on it is to one side, we're done with step 3. Now factor out that specified variable. Again, the specified variable is the one that we're trying to solve for. Since everything on this left side of the equal sign has an x in it, that means it's in common, so I can factor it out. So I'll just be left with x times negative g plus a equals gp. Let's see, that didn't work there. And last step, step 5, is multiply or divide on both sides to isolate that specified variable. Since this x is on the outside now, it's being multiplied by the negative g plus a. I can divide both sides by negative g plus a, because that will mean it will cancel. If I do it to the left side, I need to do it to the right side. So our final answer then, since I wrote it down here, but will be x equals, it's right over here, gp over negative g plus a. And notice in our answer there are no x's in our answer. The x is all alone on its one side. It's equal to gp over negative g plus a. Again, there's no x's. That's how we know we've solved for the variable that we were supposed to solve for.